Okay, good afternoon, Ivorine and Novi. Maybe at this point, we can start na in continuation of our report on market research or study.
Good
Sige.
afternoon, ma'am.
For the best ingredients and the best price. So that's it. And for kanang locating convenience. So convenience does appear to inform consumers' decisions, but mainly within the category of local processed and semi-produced food products. For instance, although factory self-put yogurts are not attractive, many consumers do buy yogurt made in daily batches by local vendors, which more convenient than making a yogurt at home with its requirement for controlled conditions. And also, some of the convenience are related from entry points with high potential for nutrition that may be worth further explorations this includes like bean flour, groundnut, indagara or small dried fish, and fortification opportunities barrier. So some of the convenience are related to entry points with potential nutritions that may be worth further explorations included this following. So in bean flour, common beans were single most frequently consumed by the family food item among the interviewers. And for the yogurt, I haven't put yogurt, but yogurt is consumed in a variety of forms, and given its broad acceptability and cost represent along with the milk and indagara, and one of the only animal source foods consumed with any frequency. And also for the groundnut processing, along the indagara and groundnuts are conscious element of the diet. Consumers purchase groundnuts crushed into a powder or a flour that it that is used both for flavors and for the quantity of thicker and numerous soups, stew and sauces. Next is the indagara. So indagara is like a groundnut. Indagara are used as a base for sauce and stew, and it's constant element of the family diet, although they are probably consumed with sub-potential amount. Next is the fortifications, opportunities, and barriers. So, the dietary recall informations collected in Nyanza Point to several potential opportunities for food fortifications. For 6.4, in addition to market-related interventions that could be supported by the project, consumers interview revealed potentials areas of high impact for BCC and nutrition education. So So these are the areas where, despite the general good level of understanding that exists among the consumers of local perceptions of the risk to children from specific are odds of contemporary best practice.
Okay, thank you for that. Ivorine's group on market study. So, ikaw lang ba ay ang andito ng member?
Si Shini po, ma'am.
Kayong dalawa. So, siguro my only question about your report, again, the reporters reported it very well, no? And lahat naman na present sa different parts ng market research. So, my only question, I guess, is about the importance ng every topic on the market research, no? Like, for example, doon sa conclusion or what, let's say, wait lang ha. Okay? And as well as yung, especially yung methods and saka yung results. So, and lastly, what the although na-explain naman talaga ninyo kung ano yung importance or gamit ng market research, no, for a particular place. No, but then having a conclusion, for example, or having a methodology, why is it important in coming up with a market research result? So anong role noon? You can pick your topic, no, like for Ivory, maybe your topic is nandun ka na sa conclusion. Ikaw ba yun, Ivory?
Yes po, ma'am.
So, anong importance ng conclusion doon sa report or sa market research output?
Ma'am, ang importance sa the importance of the research market, ma'am, is that kanang they conduct the research manggod, ma'am, is they conducted a market research insight, which is they are going to make a process for developing and deep understanding of their consumer and customers, especially the competitors of the area of Nyanza in Rwanda, ma'am. And the research, ma'am, is kanang conducted in order for them para masabtan gani nilag tarong, ma'am, kung kanang unsa jud ang demand sa nutritious food in Nyanza district, ma'am.
Okay, so that's very good, no? It's a very good answer. That is actually the role ng market study. Okay. How about you, Sheni? Ano nga yung topic mo, Shen?
Observation dietary, ma'am. Composition ba to? Nakalimot ko. Basta dietary, about dietary to siya, ma'am.
And ano naman ang importance noon to the result of the study? Okay, yes, Shen. Okay, tingog lang, Sheni, if you're ready, ha? So, do you have any question, Novi? Regarding market research or the reports that were being presented?
katong ilahang mga nutritious food nga ilang gipamalit, ma'am. Like katong mga kuan. So, mao ilahang mga katong mga daily bitaw mga daily nila nga need sa mga nutritious foods. Need nila masabtan nga unsa tong ginapalit nila na sa nyan sa people tong flour nga tong maize.
Very good. No? So that totally you will understand the importance at saka yung need ng customer regarding specific products. So, Novi, do you have any questions or ikaw ang sunod na reporter, no?
Dili pa, ma'am. Group 4 pa po.
Sila Kenneth po, ma'am.
Asa naman sila, Kenneth? Wala pa sila. Okay, so while waiting naman ilahat, Kenneth, no, we can actually have meantime topics kung wala na kay pangutana, no, about sa reporter.
Wala na po, ma'am. Understandable naman gud ang ilahang report. Kumbaga, fully furnished na ang mga ideas nga ilahang gihatag, ma'am ba?
So we can actually see a short video about market research, no?
Grammarly is your personal writing assistant for clear emails, confident messages, stronger essays, and more. Because
in this video, I'm going to show you 5 fast, easy.
Isa wala pa ko nag-ano, no? Marketing research, how to find customer. 97, okay, let's just wait lang. Kasi ang haba ng iba. Oo. Ang haba ng iba. Okay, so let's just maybe watch this one for the meantime. No, I'll just gonna share my screen. Okay. And okay, so let's try to watch this one.
Most importantly, incredibly effective market research strategies that you can use right now. Because in today's hyper-competitive world of business, it's the business that best understands their customer that wins, making market research one of the most important and profitable activities you can do. So let's get to it. Hey there, my name is Adam Earhart and welcome to the channel, the #1 place for entrepreneurs to learn proven marketing strategies to grow their business online. Alright, so let's talk market research, and I appreciate this is definitely not the sexiest of all the topics out there. I mean, even the word research is baked right into the title, which makes it automatically sound boring. At least that's how I used to feel, until I realized the true power of really understanding your customer, their wants and their needs and their goals and everything they're trying to achieve. Because by better understanding your customer, it means that you're better able to position your business or your offer as the main, the only, the core solution to their problems, making your business kind of inevitable that it's going to be the only logical choice for your ideal target market. And this is hugely powerful, because if you don't understand, and I mean really understand, what your target market wants, then it's really unlikely you're going to be able to give them exactly what they want, which means they're probably going to go to your competitors. But if you understand, and you will know how to do this by the end of this video, well, if you do know how to uncover exactly what your ideal target market wants, it's going to make coming up with irresistible offers almost effortless, because all you're really going to need to do is align your offers and align what your services or what your products are to your customers with exactly what they want. So to figure out exactly what your customer wants, well, let's get started with Amazon. Now, the reason Amazon is at the top of the list is because it is by far the fastest and the easiest way to quickly uncover pretty much exactly what your customers are thinking, what they're searching for, and most importantly, what they're actually buying. You see, one of the biggest problems with market research, at least how it's traditionally done, is that it's relying a lot on what people say, and what they say is very rarely what they actually do, which is why actions speak a million times louder than words. This is why I love heading over to Amazon to start my market research, essentially typing in my keyword and seeing what books are available on the subject. And then again, most importantly, seeing what books are actually being bought. You can sort of judge this based on the number of reviews that they're currently getting. Other good thing about sorting out your topics and your titles based on number of reviews is that it's also going to show you kind of the hotness of the topic, or sort of the, I guess the interesting factor about like how interesting is this topic that someone is willing to read the book and then comment on it either positively or negatively. And there's gold in both positive and negative reviews we'll get to in just a second. So the very first place to start is obviously just taking a look at the book titles themselves. Now, we are taking a bit of a leap of faith here and assuming that the author did some market research themselves before they wrote the book, but it's probably safe to say, especially if it's an actual published book you can buy a paperback or hard copy version of, that they probably did a little bit of due diligence and they did come up with a relatively strategic title in alignment with their target market. From there, you want to take a look at the reviews. Obviously, the more reviews, well, the more people probably consumed the book, and more importantly, that were interested or engaged enough to leave some kind of a content. Both positive and negative reviews are going to be helpful here. The positive are fantastic because they're going to tell us exactly why readers thought this book was valuable, what their most interesting takeaways were, what the lessons were, how it helped them, maybe some stories or some examples of how they applied it in their own lives. All of this is a goldmine. But the negative reviews, they're just as useful because they're going to tell us all the places that the book missed the mark. Maybe the reader had a problem that wasn't addressed, or maybe there was insufficient detail in another area. Well, this leaves the door wide open for you to walk through and essentially solve that problem for the readers. The other beautiful thing about Amazon is that it's pretty much ubiquitous. Like, everybody knows about Amazon. Most people have purchased something from Amazon. In fact, if you've bought a book from Amazon in the last year, just let me know in the comments section below what book that was, and you'll start to see really quickly just how popular Amazon really is. But let me know, really curious to hear. All right, the next tool that I'd like to suggest you take a look at that's both fast and free and easy is Google Trends. Now, obviously, Amazon is one massive behemoth of data, but another massive behemoth of data is Google. Now, Google Trends is an amazing tool, especially to get that really high-level 30,000-foot overview about your market and about different trends and keywords and what's popular and which direction things are going. Also, Google Trends is incredibly easy to use. You just have to search for Google Trends, then once you're there, you just type in your keyword and you're presented with a ton of information. You can take this information and you can break it down based on country and based on state, based on different timelines. Beauty of this is it allows you to see if your current market or your current topic that you're searching is either growing in popularity or decreasing in popularity or staying flat in popularity, or importantly, if there's different spikes throughout different times of the year. Google Trends will also provide you with related topics and related searches to give you even more content ideas. So really, between Amazon and between Google Trends, you're going to be off to a really, really good start, and both free, both easy.
For 52 weeks, you're going to receive a mentoring video where I will help you become more positive,
But that's not enough, and it shouldn't be, right? Because you really want to dive deep into your customer's psychology, into their mindset, and into their actual behaviors, what they're looking for and what they're buying. This is why one of the other tools that I absolutely love is something called Ubersuggest. Ubersuggest is both a free tool and a paid tool if you want to upgrade, but definitely just get started with the free version and you'll see just how powerful it is. What it allows you to do is do some really deep keyword research into your topic and into the niche that you really want to dive into. For starters, it allows you to see total search volume on the keyword, which basically shows how many people are actively searching for the topic that you want to talk about, or for your market or for your industry. You can also see the competitive ranking of the keyword, which is going to allow you to really discover, well, how many of your competitors are trying to go out there and capture this keyword or capture this market as well. One of my favorite things, though, is that it shows you the cost per click, or estimated CPC, of just how much it's going to cost you if you were to run an ad against this keyword, which allows you again to see, all right, if I want to run ads for my market or for my business, this is what I'm going to need to spend per click. Plus, if you keep scrolling down, it'll give you additional keyword and additional content ideas, so definitely worth checking out. All right, moving right along to customer database mining. Now, if you already have a business and you've already got a customer list, then you are sitting on the absolute target market research goldmine. Essentially, what you want to do here is you want to go through your customer database and you want to arrange your customers in order from least profitable all the way up to most profitable. From there, what you want to do is you want to really focus on that top 20% of your most profitable customers. These are the ones that are providing the most revenue or the most profit for your business, but also keep in mind how fun they are to work with and how enjoyable it is to deliver the service for this group of customers. Once you've got this group and you've 80-20'd your list, essentially run the Pareto's principle against your customers, well, you want to focus on that top 20% and you want to look for common themes and characteristics and sort of similarities between those customers to see if you can identify any trends that really make them specific to the rest of the customers. For example, is this group primarily women or is it primarily men? Is it primarily people in their 20s to 30s or is it people in their 40s and 50s? Is it people that buy a certain type of product or service or a different type of product or service? Well, once you have this information, it's time to dig even deeper with something I call customer conversations. What you want to do here is pretty much exactly what it sounds. Really just pick up the phone, have a chat with your customers, find out what their problems are and how your business has helped to solve them, and really what they're looking for next. All of this is going to give you incredibly valuable market research. All right, next up we have Facebook ads. Now, I appreciate this one is not free, but it can be done for very, very inexpensive, as little as a few dollars a day. And any investment you make here is going to pay off in the long run by making sure you're doing the right things for the right people. Essentially, this strategy was popularized back in 2007 with the release of the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, where he advised using Google AdWords in order to split test different book titles and different taglines in order to find out the winner. Well, fast forward to today, and this strategy is just as relevant, if not more. However, I like to do a little bit of a tweak on it and use Facebook ads instead of Google ads. Here's why. The main thing when comparing Google ads to say Facebook ads or even Instagram ads is that not only can you split test different headlines and different topics and different calls to action and things like that, but it also gives you the opportunity to split test different creatives, so different images and different videos, and really dial in on exactly what your ideal target market wants and what they're going to respond to. Plus, Facebook ads in general are a lot easier to get started with for a brand new beginner to an advertising platform than Google ads, so if you've never run ads before, this is a pretty easy place to start. Anyway, the key here, and really what you want to take away from this, is that it's going to give you sort of an amplified or accelerated way to put your message and put your offer in front of your ideal target market in order to test, in order to gauge their response, and which offer or which message is going to best resonate with them, which one is going to get them to take action. Obviously, this is incredibly powerful because you're going to be able to get feedback before you have to create a webinar or a sales page or even create the offer itself. You can really just put it out to people and say, hey, do you want this? If they say yes, then great, you keep going. And if they say no, well, at least you know now at the very early stages rather than after building out an entire marketing funnel or an entire offer. All right, the next piece of the puzzle is on really mastering those marketing basics. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is check out the video I have linked up right here on business marketing basics. So check it out now, and I'll see you in the next episode.
家长朋友们，大家好！这一期要给大家介绍的曲子叫做《天》。
Bless.
This video, I'm
Ay, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Wala ka na mo nadungog po, ma'am.
Sorry, wala na ko nga turn on. Okay, bantog na nag-chat ka. So, again, as I have said, yung ating video presentation is more on the use of technology and the use of applications, especially social media, no, to do the market research. It's not the traditional survey, the interview, or the data gathering that is done usually in a market research. Now, as we have discussed earlier, we are clear now that how important is the market research before you start your, of course, your product or your market or your business. Now, just this in this video, you have learned, or it has mentioned a lot of application, yung 5 ways, no, and that includes the Amazon, yung Google Trends, Uber, ano ba yun? Oo, yung ganon. And a lot more.
Facebook ads, ma'am.
Ha? Yes,
Facebook ads.
Put ads?
Facebook ads po, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Facebook ads and yung Instagram, no? They are even this social media are even venturing, no, going deeper into business, no? Para ano din, kasi having a website or yung tinatawag natin na internet site, it's also expensive. It takes millions not to buy such. Man, it's technology is really amazing that it's able to do right now, and we are even right now dependent on technology, on internet. So social medias like Facebook, Instagram, no, and Twitter ba yun, are now actually venturing into marketing, no, kung para maano. And like for example, like in various ways, no, like clothing, makeups, fashion. So lahat siguro are already inside Facebook, inside Instagram. And in that way, they can monitor actually kung ano nga yung trending, no? Ano yung mga trending na market or products as of now. So that is why like when you do your own like for example, you have millions or billions, no? And libre man mangarap sa pagkakaroon. So if you have that billions, and then you have meron kang aim or objective to create or to expand, to create a product or expand or start a business. Now we all have 10 minutes left. So what kind of business are you going in? No, how would you know na ano ang pinaka trending or pinaka in demand na product? So yun yung inyong gagawin. So those tools that being mentioned, you can do a search on that, no? Or like for example, kasi I have a student na nagtanong sa akin, anong magandang business, no? Or for I was also, by experience, I was also asking myself kung magbi-business ako, kasi before, by passion, I really want a restaurant, a food business, kasi passion ko yun. And then later on, when I lose in that business, in that kind of business, so I told myself, if I'm going to venture into another business, so what would it be, no? So ang inisip ko talaga, that would be really, of course, no, profitable. So dapat may profit, hindi lang dahil yun ang passion mo, and then although profitable naman talaga ang food business, no, but and it's also good that it has to be in line with your passion para hindi ka napapagod, no? But then I was more concerned and more interested on the best na na business, no? That would make me rich, no? Even or yung fast effect yung ganon, no? Kasi like for example, when we say ka ng assets or yung ano ba yan, yung mga bahay na gano'n, ang tawag doon, mga I forgot the term. When you buy or when you accumulate properties, no, that could be an investment, no. And if you buy, like, except for buying a car, you can never invest when you buy a car, kasi buying a car would depreciate value in even in just a year or even in a month after buying. Yung pagpalit nimo sa imuhang car nga bag-o, pag second hand na siya, maski pag gigamit nimo wala, mag-depreciate din talaga ang value niya. So you will never buy a car na higher, except lang may mga trending din na mga fashionista, no, nga magpalit sila og ganang like bags, and then dahil yung bag na yon, like for example yung mga bag ng Chanel or yung bag ng Louis Vuitton, kasi meron silang mga limited edition, no? So pag nasa iyo yung limited edition na yan at ikaw lang, you are just 10 among the world na merong ganyang design. So what they do actually is they can actually sell it into a higher price. So that's investment. Like when you buy a land is actually the best at saka house and lot, although yung house may without maintenance. So pag maintain mo, pwede pang tumaas yung value. So it's really the best na mag-invest kasi tataas yan, no? After a year, 5 years, 10 years, so yung 100K pwede yung maging 1 million worth. So that is investment, no? So I also found out in one of your coverage ng inyong research is actually digitalization. I don't know if you are familiar with paperless money. Or syempre karon we have actually GCash, no? 'Di ba? And in GCash we use only our phone number to pay, 'di ba? Wala na paper money. Yes, Novi?
Then usahay po kay kanang i-scan na lang ang QR, ma'am.
Yes. Have you tried that, Novi?
Wala, ma'am, sa mga K-drama lang. Makita na ko sa Korean o Japanese nga mga technology kay swapping na lang na sila for iwas na lang pod kanang viruses, then COVID, tapos ang transaction nila is less contact na gid siya sa to paper and coins para iwas pod sa virus pod. Mao na ilahang gi-implement hangtod na siguro for a lifetime na jud na, ma'am. Kita ra siguro kuan ang pinaka ulahi sa mga bagong trend siguro. Kita yung pinaka lowest to lowest kay sila upgrading na kaayo, kita kay murag kita rin naga second hand. Sakit po naman, no? Pero mao jud na yung reality.
Yes, Novi. Thank you. You really have your critical thinking, no? We're merely observing or even you're enjoying watching a drama or a movie, and at the same time you are critically thinking, no? And that's really a fact. Kasi in terms of technology, even kanang mga makita na to sa movie ng mga kanang subway or metro, kanang mga train, like no, the fastest train in the world could be in China or somewhere, no? But ang unsay train na to na lang sa Manila, no? And even how I wish yun ako na siya nga magka-train na ang Davao City, no? With even within the city lang siya, no? If or otherwise there was actually like kailan naman yun mo ni Elon Musk, no? And for him actually, and he was also a cryptocurrency or blockchain. If you have heard blockchain before, any of you? Do you have any idea? Aya ka mo mag-report karon ay?
Ma'am, dili, ma'am.
Okay. So let's just continue. No? So by the way, kuan lang na ako si Aya sa sa attendance. So actually, now I was thinking actually, yung sinabi ko kanina, ano kaya yung parang pinaka-profitable na business? Now, if you have heard of that cryptocurrency, so I would say na for now, it's the only way and the fastest way. It's not the only way, but it's the fastest way to become a millionaire actually, or one day millionaire, no? Inana siya kapaspas, no? If you are open to it. Now, but in the Philippines, even that, agree, na madungog ko ninyo? Aya, it's all right, Aya. No? So we're less than 2 minutes. And yeah, so you can also find out more about digitalization and also kanang blockchain, although it's still the future, no, yung mga cryptocurrencies, and some countries do not allow it, but we are already doing it. Like even GCash, no, kanang I was skeptical at first to invest GCash, no, kanang mag-tap in ay mag-cash in ka sa GCash. But now it's one of the most reliable, and meron na silang sariling banking, no? And right now, almost all of the banks have online na account. So if not, they would be kanang alasan sila or mabiyaan sila sa technology in that case. Okay, so do you have any questions or clarification before we end? Bago maputol ang ating 1 minute. And I hope to see you again on the next meeting, which is on Friday. And hopefully, who will be the next reporter? You will be ready with your reports. So do you have any concerns before maputol? Okay, so sabi nga ni Elon Musk, in the future, paper money will be lost. No, it will be all digitals lahat. So Raymer, malapit na kaming maputol. So, wait lang. Do you have any question or clarification? So again, we were talking